It's Tyler Haessly with Buckeye Land Sales here. Today we're going to be doing a side-by-side tour of a property that I have that is getting ready to hit the market. It is out Crooked Tree Road here in Dexter City, Ohio. It's just about 5 minutes off the interstate. You get off like exit 16 and just come out 339. It is going to be in 6 parcels. There's about 183 acres here. It is set up perfect for deer hunting. There's food plots everywhere, good trail system. There's really good cover and bedding and stands everywhere. And they also did a deer herd analysis on this property, as well as they have not shot any bucks that are under 5 years old. I got tons of pictures of huge bucks out here. So if you're a fan, this is definitely a great property. City water, electric, because this one's off State Route 339. There's 5 other total parcels out here that's going to be up for sale. They all have electric. Not all of them have city water. They all also have good entrances, like this one right here. There's a little bit of gravel entrance here. There's a few other ones that have entrances, but all of them have really good access and could easily put a good gravel entrance in. Got a nice spot for a cabin. You're really close to town as well. I mean, you got about a 15-minute drive from anything you could want. So yeah, let's get started. Right here is parcel 1. We came in off that way, but there's also an access point right down here. You can put a driveway anywhere you want. If you wanted to build up there, obviously that already has a little bit of a gravel spot on it. It's got electric up there. You get water access pretty easy. So you can build up next to the road. You got a well-established food plot back in here, or it could be a building site. If you're looking to build like a dream home, for example, instead of a little hunting cabin, you might want to build your house back here. But if you want to focus on hunting, maybe put a cabin up there and then have this as your food plot. There are tons of deer out here in this area. There's a stand right there. But this food plot has been here for years now and is very well established. And then there's also a trail system going up that way. There's one that goes off to the right, and then there's one that goes right down the middle. So this right here is definitely the highlight of parcel 1 in my opinion. Again, it's one of the smaller parcels, but it is the only one with city water available as well as electric. They all have electric, but this is the only one that's got city water. So if you are looking specifically to build, this is going to be the one you want, but it also can be used as a recreational property with good trails, a well-established food plot, stands, and excellent deer genetics here. We saw some turkey and deer on the property already. So if you're looking for hunting as well as building, this is perfect. So right now we're on track 2. We just came up some of the trails, like up the creek or across the creek and up the trails that they have that go through 1, 2, and 4. And we are sitting right here in this open field. There's some nice bedding areas, some pine thickets and everything. And there's a good access point right here on Braden Road that comes up here. So if you wanted to put a little cabin here, you could literally just sit here and be shooting deer out of your cabin, because I guarantee you they are bedding all over this place with all the brush and everything. So if you're a big buck hunter looking to get a nice piece of property to kill your trophy buck, I'm telling you, one of these parcels right here will have it, and I got pictures to prove it. this right here is the highlight of the property. They push these tops right here up into these pine thickets where they funnel the deer. They have one way in and one way out. They have way in down there, and the way out comes right up here. They got a couple of these pine thickets here for extra bedding. They got a food plot with like a finger going out here so that the deer can feel like they're secluded and safe back in these woods because the woods are so tight on them. Got a nice little trail there. We actually just saw a few deer here. Now this property is set up for deer hunting, but we've seen a turkey earlier too. I mean, it's really good for turkey hunting as well. It's just the guy who owns it right now, he's a big time buck hunter, so that's what his main focus is. But we can walk down here a little bit and you can see the big open field. You got plenty of area to build on this property. This is tract number 3, and it has access off Rainy Road. You can get anywhere, access anywhere to put a driveway entrance in, or you can build down next to the road so that you have more hunting property up here. But they got this big food plot right here and the stand right there, and all the deer filter in from these pines, and they just come right out here where they get their food. I mean, as you can see, set up because the way they funnel them, right here is where they're going to be coming in. But this is definitely the highlight of the crop for sure. So again, if you're looking for your trophy whitetail, some big turkey, whatever you're looking for hunting wise, this property will not disappoint you at all. All right, so right here we are on tract 4. There's a really nice field down here and a huge creek that flows. I believe it flows year round. I mean, you can look at how deep it is right now. It's extremely deep. It runs pretty quick. So you got all the deer. There's a food plot down there with a stand, and then you got a little settlement pond right here, it looks like. But you have this ridge top overlooking all this. And if you were to put like a food plot down there or something where the deer got food and water, they can bed in that field, and you can just sit up here, and I mean, you would have a heyday with the deer right here. So this is part of parcel 4. There's building sites at other locations, but right here, in my opinion, is a really good spot to potentially hunt from, is just anywhere along this ridge top. Look. So it has road frontage off there. This one doesn't have an entrance installed. It's one of 2 parcels that don't, but it could very easily be done. It's got a very good flat point coming off of this road right here. It's got a beautiful field. You can put food plots in this anywhere you want. You could build up next to the road, or what you could do as well is put a creek crossing right here. This is the least wide part of the creek, so you can throw a couple culverts in and very easily make a nice creek crossing. It wouldn't cost you too much. It'd be pretty simple, but this is definitely the best spot for that because you got enough dirt right there. You can shove it over, and then you can put a cabin anywhere up in here, or you could just use this for additional hunting land. It all just depends on your preference. I know some people prefer to build next to the road, that way the rest of their land is all hunting, but some people prefer to put their cabin in the back so that they're more secluded. And honestly, out here, you could hunt right out of the cabin. You wouldn't even have to get out of it because there are deer everywhere out here. See here on the map that it's got a bunch of creeks, and those are the floodplains right there. That's why you can't build down here next to the creek. You got to kind of build up next to the road if you're going to build in this field. So right here is parcel number 5. You can see the boundary line right there and the entrance already in place. You can build really anywhere up on this field. There's floodplains, but it's down there next to the creek. If you put a cabin up here on that side or somewhere else, you could easily put a creek crossing in and go in on right over there. You go in up there and put a cabin in just about anywhere. Right up there is where that little settlement pond's at that we were at earlier, and it kind of overlooks this field. Like I had said, you got that huge creek down there that flows year round. You could put a food plot in right next to it, set you a little stand up there, and you'd have a really nice little spot. The property goes back even further than that, and there is another ridge top up there. If you want to be back moving in the woods and just have woods surrounding you, and you don't want to be close to the road, you can put a food plot in up there somewhere and put a stand up there as well. So tract 5 also has a lot of options, just like all these properties do. I mean, you got building sites next to the road, you got building sites back secluded, you do have electric available, you got good areas for food plots, you got a good trail system. So if you're looking for your trophy buck, turkey, this is the property you want to look at. I have not in my life seen a property more set up for hunting than this one, and it's simply because the owner was a trophy hunter himself. He only wanted the huge bucks. That's all he wanted, and that's exactly how he set this place up for. He's actually a little bit sad to see it go, but he's ready to release some of it. He hopes that someone else can enjoy this property as much as he did, and kind of keep the same tradition where, you know, they're not just out here shooting everything. They're big buck hunters, and he hopes that they can appreciate the property as much as he has. Right now we are on track number 6. This is one of the smaller parcels out here, but it's got a little, like, I don't even know if you consider that gated entrance, but it's got a really good entrance point. You could easily put a cabin in anywhere on this field, put a nice food plot in. This field goes back a good ways, and then it just kind of follows out a ridge top, and that ridge top overlooks a creek. So you could just sit out at that ridge top and hunt. Obviously, you know, any hunter knows that the best point is whenever you're kind of sitting on top of a ridge and you're overlooking a place where the deer can eat and drink, because obviously, you know, that's where they're going to be going. So you got your food plot area here, you got building sites here, you got your access right here, and they kind of built this up with the treetops and whatnot to make it where it looks a lot more secluded, and the deer, they don't really leave the property. They kind of just stay around this area because they got the tops blocking them off from everything.
Entrance 2.
All right, so that was the tour of the whole property. You saw survey pins everywhere. The survey is almost complete on it. There's 183 total acres here, split into 6 parcels. Went through the highlights on each individual parcel, and these are going to be hitting the market pretty soon. But again, like I said, I've never seen a property this prime for hunting in my life. I got tons of huge buck photos. I got a huge buck that they shot off the property a couple of years ago as well. And this property's not even set up for turkey hunting. The guy who bought it before wasn't a turkey hunter, but just the nature of the wildlife to enjoy like a property like this with the topography and all the water, as well as the food plots and everything. There are a ton of turkey out here too. We saw some today. But if you're looking for an all-around property that you can use for building, recreation, hunting, or just to go out and walk trails, enjoy wildlife, this is definitely the property for you. It's very close to town as well. So if that's what you want, I would definitely recommend coming out and checking this one out today. Because like I said, I've sold hundreds of hunting properties in Ohio, and I've never seen one primed like this for hunting.